Hello, geeks! We are here to probably finish Narcissu, the visual novel. It's been a long journey, and I think it's coming to an end with the worst case scenario with her dying. So, let us see what is going to happen. Chapter 8 Shiraishi Construction. The frosted sea of February, a chilling, bone-piercing wind. The occasional rustle of the pine groves in the wind, peaceful timbre of the sea wall. Hey, this is about all we've got. I handed her a towel that said Shiraishi Construction on it. Then we'd used way earlier to sponge ourselves off. Oh, come on, don't make such a face. She accepted the towel with a slight disappointment. Out of the blue, she'd said that she wanted a swimsuit, but that presented another problem in and of itself. Because she wanted it here and now, and a bikini on top of that. Having no other course of action, I'd rummaged through the car, but I never found anything other than that white towel. And after I've waited a little while, she came into view, wearing her favorite skirt, with that towel wrapped around her breasts. Well, even if you ask me that... well, probably you do. No, I meant you look completely fine. You don't look weird at all. And then she slowly started walking about the beach. The breaking and ebbing waves, her long hair wafting in the cozy breeze. As if the sky wanted to spite us, it was beginning to snow a little by little. And amidst of all that, she was holding her shoes in her hand and walking at the water's edge, exultantly, as if she was flying with every step. Yeah, I guess. Both of our breaths frosted white in the midwinter cold, and I brought out the disposable camera that had been in the car. That old camera from before. One more picture left. Alright, I'm going to take your picture. See? It'll be even more right this way. Saying this, I pointed the camera toward her. Come on, don't get shy on me now, okay? The beach, the girl, now in the viewfinder of the camera. Whether it was because she was tense or bashful, she had a facial expression that was far more complex than usual. Oh, come on now. Won't you strike some kind of pose? No ifs, ands, or buts now. Come on, no bikini model stands still like that. Looking at a little awkward, but still trying with all her heart, she bashfully lowered one hand to her hip and stretched out the other one high overhead. That arm stretched forth toward the clear winter sky, as if it were grasping for something, as if it were reaching out for something, was being held straight up into the heavens with the emerald sea as its backdrop. Okay, then one last thing. Smile. Smile for me, Setsumi. And saying this, she smiled for me for the first time. That girl, clad in her favorite skirt and that white towel, smiled for the final shot that the camera had, smiled with the emerald sea as her backdrop. Smiled as if she were an honest-to-God bikini model. Alright, then next we shall try something more of an action pose. Happily, expertly, she blasted around in the water. And even though the camera was now utterly exhausted, I kept photographing her figure. Hey, looks like you've really gotten into the spirit of things.
そんなことないわ。
Oh, sorry. Our cheerful dialogue, the snow falling harder and harder, as if in spite. And in the midst, the girl smiling brilliantly in the viewfinder of the spent camera. Continuing to remember the smile for me, even as her little body was battered at by the winds. Yeah, so I guess it's time. And with that word, she began walking toward the sea, just like last time.
そういえば、免許証。
No, you keep that in conversation.
わかった。
With a nod, she put it in her pocket. That was the license that I'd given her. The one that I should never had the chance to use. And then she unfastened that white little ID bracelet that had been wrapped around her wrist and presented it to me. Are you giving this to me?
あげる。
I see. In that case, I'll keep it in commemoration. I stuffed that bracelet, whose twin hung on my wrist, into my pocket. And then, to the girl who was walking once more toward the sea, toward her retreating figure, I said my last words. Hey, can I ask you one last question? Do you want to be stopped right now? Or do you want to be pushed toward the sea? She stopped for a moment, the waves lapping at her feet. Her back remained to the last turn toward me. A strong wind brought in a rolling wave, which crashed against her with chilly fury. And when she at last turned toward me,
さあ、どっちだろうね。よくわからないね。
as she said this, she smiled for me one last time. Even as the cold waves battered at her, even with the tears streaming down her face, she still smiled for me. The last time around, she'd stopped at this. But this time, there was no turning back. That's why I think she answered that way.
それじゃあ、さよなら。
In this manner did our voyage of 960 odd kilometers to come to its conclusion. My voyage of 15 days and her voyage of 22 years finally at an end. She who succeeded in perishing not on 7F or at home. She who was one of the 35,000 odd people to suicide in 2005. Blood type O, name Setsumi, age 22, sex female, color of ID bracelet white. That was all that was recorded of her. But I knew better. The truth was, she loved bikinis, was better at navigation than any computer, loved cars, even held a driver's license. She was usually expressionless and would not meet your face, but every so often she would grace you with a bashful, sore-seeing expression, and with the emerald sea as her backdrop, she smiled for me as she were flying, as if she were delighted, as if she were an honest to God bikini model. Yet somehow there was only a single record of her smile captured in this cheap throwaway camera. Even so, even if it was just one picture, it was proof that we lived. It ended there. Well, one thing I have to say, I thought this ending would have been a lot more, like, sad. I almost feel relieved for her because she didn't want to suffer anymore. She didn't want to die at 7F. She didn't want to die at home. She got what she wanted.
眩しかった日のこと、そんな冬の日のこと。
Okay, that photo is kind of... January 25 with Setsumi on a blindingly bright day, on that very day of winter. It's this. It's just this. Aww. Well, I have to say, I'm going to be honest, I am disappointed. I wanted something that will rip out my heart, because this is the way that this game is, but I didn't cry and I'm a crybaby. Well, I'm gonna... Could you touch... Shh. This is amazing. Look. Get away from there. I'm gonna keep that Jinx watching you. Yes. I love my wallpapers. I guess that was it. It left me feeling empty, I guess. Like, I have no emotion whatsoever. A little bit of disappointment and a little bit of relief for her. But I would have wanted something more, I think. So... This isn't my favorite games, but I truly enjoyed this while it lasted. Huh. Well, I guess we're gonna say goodbye to Narcissu and we're going to start Lone Survivor. And all the other games I need to play as Jinx, the League of Legends, because people have asked me to do that, so... Yeah, if you have any game suggestions, please let me know. I don't mind playing visual novels if they are great. I would love to do them. And I have played one visual novel. It was a long time ago. It was an indie one. It was... God damn it. I can find it from my files and I put the link to the description, because if you are here, I think you like visual novels, and this visual novel is about homosexuality and people being total asses because of that, and it's kind of sad, really short. But if you want to see that, you can click it down in the description below. I know this wasn't one of my like top let's plays, but I know some of you enjoyed this, so I don't mind that some people are going to unsubscribe because I play visual novels. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to play games that even if 2 or 3 of you enjoy. So, thank you for being here with me. And I will see you in my next videos, I hope. Bye bye! Bye!